G'day folks, how you going? Welcome to Sumo's Projects and welcome to this week's video. It's a bit of a makeover and restoration of a classic Australian made Furphy park bench. So if this is the first time you visited Sumo's Projects, love it if you'd subscribe, and if you subscribe please hit the notification bell and it's all good to go. Alright, let's hook into the build, and I've got some friends going to help me out along the journey. Let's go. This old bench seat's been parked in our front yard for some time, and it's only now it was realised I've got to do it up a bit as we've re-established our front yard. So first of all, just going to have a bit of a clean up, get the cobwebs off and see what it may reveal. My first idea to just spray a bit of WD-40, hopefully loose enough for the rust, and just take the nuts off. So unfortunately came to be that these were pretty much seized on and everything was turning, so that was no good. Option B, angle grinder, and as you can see it should have been option A, this one, but that's life. The rotted treated pine boards that were on here, I ended up getting the mash hammer out and giving it a good old demolition, and made me feel good as well. So I'm pretty wrapped. That brand is Furphy. That's a foundry that's up in the Goulburn Valley, Shepparton region of Victoria, Australia. It's an iconic Australian brand, and these aren't cheap. These are very expensive, so we just have to have one in our yard, not knowing it, and I'm so glad I'm doing it up. That's what we call bonza. The Furphy foundry's been around for some 150 odd years, and yes, it's I don't think you'd find these type of park bench seats anymore. They've gone very modern. Here I am, I'm just addressing the light surface rust with a little bit of, I think this is like an acetone, so that'll work well. To do a little bit of justice to this particular park bench, seeing as it has some rich heritage and is part of the Australian cultural landscape, I like to do it the justice, and I'm going to use Tasmanian oak. I'm going to cut these down to about 1400mm or 55 inches, and I'll finish the surface. I'll run them through the jointer and then give them a licking over through the thicknesser, and also put some roundovers and a good sand. I want to get this up looking as dandy as I can, and I think I'll have to have a little bit of a sift through the finish cupboard, but I've got something in mind which will really bring up the Tassie oak as much as I would wish it to come up. So I'll get busy and start doing all these processes. If 4 chickens lay 3 eggs each, and the farmer collects 2 off one and 3 off another, how many's got left over? What come first, the chicken or the egg? Now, there was a fair bit of machining to do here, and things got a little bit off track, so I just had to redirect and give things a little bit of a direction, and it ended up being okay. I'm not wanting to resize this to any particular size, just a matter of cleaning all the surface areas and also putting a roundover on to avoid any, splinters or cuts. So these are things we have to do. May seem like a process, but it's a process that ultimately gives you the end result and having a reasonably nice looking product. Being an outdoor seat, I'm going to work up from 100 grit up to about a 320 and then I'll look at applying a finish. I think I'll have to get the Homestead Handyman to give me a chop out here, otherwise I'll be wearing egg all over my face.
Homestead Handyman here. I'm here to help Sumo.
Step here, go over to my spray booth. You can see I've been practicing a bit of tagging. Not really going that well with it, but never mind. You got to walk the walk and talk the talk, but make sure you don't faint when you put on the paint. Got the rhythm of a slow-moving train wreck going on here. Sorry. Applying 3 liberal coats of this primer and paint. This is pretty good stuff. It cost a fair bit, this tin, but I wanted to highlight because this is a project well worth doing with good products.
Don't sweat it. You're just being overprotective.
So I'm putting one side up, clamping it up against an old television cabinet. That'll give me a little bit of room to be able to clamp things into place before I mark out my holes. What would possess a chicken to walk across the road? It just don't make sense. It's dangerous.
The street. No, why did the chicken cross the street? I don't know. I think we ought to go out to the farm and check and see if we can find the answer out there. All right, let's go. Do you know why the chicken crossed the street? Hey, I'm talking to you. Well, I guess we're not going to get an answer here. Izzy, why did the chicken cross the street? Izzy, you think that's the reason? Izzy, why did the chicken cross the street? All right, we're not going to get an answer here either. Shasta, why did the chicken cross the street? Oh, you're not going to tell me, huh? All right, well, we're not going to get an answer here either.
I'm attaching the back plank first. I did make a little error because I cut all these the same size and I forgot that the span across the part at the back was a little bit longer than what was going for the bottom rungs here. So no big deal, went over the miter saw, docked them down, just cleaned up the ends and put a bit more finish on to protect it. Using a 10mm galvanised bolt and nut and also a washer. You buy these in a little batch of 4, probably about 3/4 inch, 7/8, something like that if you're in the imperial measurement. So go ahead now, I've clamped them down, I'll clamp everything down, I'll drill from the back and underside, but I'll also put a little piece on top so I don't get too much tear out as the drill bit comes up through. So let's go and do that. Getting the levels pretty right here, but as you may know, Murphy's Law is Murphy's Law, and when you think you're about, going about things the right way, I'll drill the hole through. Yes, no, I won't, because the drill bit is not long enough, so I had to pre-drill and take the plank off and then run it through, run the hole through on a drill press. So anyway, That's part and parcel of the fun you have. I suppose it's easier if you live on a homestead to have answers to some of these technical questions. My Don.
I'm thinking maybe we can get an answer in here. Can somebody here tell me why did the chicken cross the street? Hello? Hello? Why did the chicken cross the street? Anybody over here? Well, looks like we're not going to get an answer. I know one more place to go to ask this question. Well, that didn't tell us much. Okay, Sumo, so here's the deal. Here's our last chance to get an answer. Carolyn, why did the chicken cross the street?
Okay, so Sumo wants to know why the chicken crossed the street. Well, Sumo, first of all, chickens shouldn't be in the street. They're little creatures, and I mean, you can't let chickens near the street, so why in the world would you even want to know why the chicken crossed the street? Okay, well, let me see now. Let me think about it. Well, the chicken, I still think that you shouldn't let the chickens near the road or away from their rooster. They need to be near the rooster. And is the rooster crossing the street too? Well, I don't know, you didn't ask about the rooster. Okay, but so the chicken...
Well, Sumo, it looks like we don't have an answer to the question. So all I can say is we don't know around here, so you're going to have to go on and try to find the answer somewhere else.
Don and Caroline are great sports, and we had a bit of fun doing this, so I really appreciate it, guys. And I'll leave a link in the description of the Homestead Handyman channel. It's fantastic, so go over and subscribe and give them all the love. They're great people. Tightening up the nuts here. This is about the last part of the process of this project, and I'm really happy I embarked upon just restoring this park bench, because it's an absolute ripper, and it's going to sit outside in the great elements and look pretty good, I hope. I bet they have eggs on the homestead every day. They're pretty lucky. I wonder if they know Colonel Sanders. He likes chicken too. Maybe they supply Colonel Sanders.
We have 20 secret herbs and spices on our farm.
I'm super pleased with the end result here, and it's going to be a nice seat to have around the garden for years to come. Hey love, feeling a bit hungry for some reason. You want to whip up an omelette? You got it. Woo! Soup or noodles.
Sumo, you should never put all your eggs in one basket.
So there you go, a little bit of fun, a bit of light-hearted humour. Special thanks to Don and Caroline from the Homestead Handyman channel for participating. Those of you who may know me now, I like to throw a little bit of a humour into what I do sometimes, and I hope that just makes it a little bit more enjoyable. So the bench seat turned out brilliant. I'm wrapped with it. It's got a good coat on it now, protected from the elements, and yeah, so that'll last for a long time, I hope. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, go and make some, have a bit of fun doing it, and get the most out of life. See you guys.